y'all. Hey Leo, it's your girl JV. Breezes back at it again with the general tarot reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2021. Patreon is getting everything first. Vimeo's too fucking complex and I don't have time for it, so it is what it is. For daily tarot readings, check out my Instagram, justj_everything, and for other dope shit that I do, check out my website, justjeverything.com. Leo, welcome to eclipse season, baby. Welcome. Woo! It's going to be a transformative time for you. There are a lot of notes, so I'm doing my best to work through everything and keep these videos concise. Your ruler, the sun, is in Gemini. So there is a lot of, feels like a hunger for information, new perspectives, new trains of thought coming in for you. You may want to talk. Or read, study, explore, just taking in information, taking in knowledge. With this season and these eclipses coming up, impulse control. It's what I'm going to name the video for you, actually. And I just feel like that's such a big thing. Impulse control is going to be necessary for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's definitely a need and a time to think about the long-term consequences before you put your hand to anything, before you agree to anything, especially for like to the end of this month. It's just, there are possible, if you move too quickly, there are possible setbacks or regrets that you could have or that others could have in dealing with you. So there is this need to really take your time. Allow yourself to take your time. That full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius is fucking potent. And so there's some definitely potent energy that helps you release, end things. Not a good week to initiate. And that's still, going on. So I would say wait until the new moon in Gemini to initiate anything. Or start or launch anything. But focus and do the things right now while you can. Mercury is retrograde as of a couple of hours ago at this point, so definitely need to slow down, to reflect. Really needing to lean into saying how you feel, asking for what you need, and that'll help things go a lot smoother. It'll help you avoid a lot of unnecessary miscommunication during this season and during this retrograde period. Now, on June 10th, there is a new moon solar eclipse in Gemini, and this is when you start. This is like prime time to initiate. This is going to be this extra boost for you guys. But also it can come as like sudden realizations, like aha moments, epiphanies. I saw 8 of Wands and the Chariot when I cut the deck. By the way, because of Gemini season and their constant need for stimulation, we are switching it up and using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. I hope you can see that. They shiny, like you. You light up the room when you walk in. And so, like I said, June 10th, that new moon solar eclipse in Gemini, that is the time where you're going to be able to see through the lens of Gemini and really connect. So there could be, road trips, studying, new books to read, new fields to explore, new industries to explore. Mercury is still retrograde, so don't get too crazy, because this is going to be happening, this new moon solar eclipse in Gemini is going to be happening, or it's going to be conjunct Mercury retrograde. So it's like, don't get fucking crazy. But did I explain the hat yet? It's my 1 year. It's our channel's 1 year anniversary. So yay! I've been wearing it all day. So yeah, celebrate. Woohoo! Happy birthday, Geminis too. But either way, on the 13th of June, the sun in Gemini is going to be square Neptune in Pisces, and Neptune is currently in the last decan of Pisces, like the last degrees, which is ruled by Scorpio. So it's just like, nah, I'ma stay in bed. Like that kind of thing. Fogginess, drowsiness. It's just, during this period from the 13th of June to the 21st, I'm gonna say to the end of June, it's just like, say less, babe. Really take some time and think before you speak, because there's just what did I write? You won't have all the information, just hunches that you don't know what to do with. So learn ways to self-soothe. And that's what I mean by say less. You don't have to soothe that itch by engaging or by initiating the conversation or saying the thing. Finding resolution within yourself. So, in true Gemini fashion, they rule the lungs. So let's empty ours. I want you to take a deep breath. Exhale all your air. Big inhale. Because we want the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Gemini season 2021. Hydrate, please. All right, Leo. Okay. I like that. I asked them to be faster. All in reverse. 2 of Swords reversed. The 9 of Pentacles reverse, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. What's on the bottom of the deck? The World on the bottom of the deck. Wow. So first thing out, these all fell out together. The 2 of Swords reverse, 9 of Pentacles reverse, and the King of Pentacles reverse. Stuff's going on with work, this looks like, honestly. I do feel like some of you are really stuck in your head going back and forth about maybe a business plan or a way to approach your financial freedom or approach bettering your financial situation. Some of you are, this honestly feels like 2 of Swords reverse is something that you're not looking at. Temporary compromises. It hurts too much to talk about, to think about, to explore. Leo, and I do feel like that Sagittarius full moon could have brought up things that were from the past that you weren't necessarily maybe ready to talk about or deal with, or handling emotions from other people. But I do feel like there is some big realizations that are being made in regards to your abundance and the seeds that you're planting and what you're doing with your career. Also keep in mind Saturn is retrograde. So business, money, even I feel like for you guys, maybe inspiration, maybe waning a little bit, maybe just like lacking in some way. The World on the bottom of the deck. Plus this this King of Pentacles, this there may be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn around, or someone that, okay, I feel like you guys are amidst the end of an era. This could be a graduation, an anniversary, a leveling up of sorts. Something is happening, a rite of passage in some way, where you guys are, it just feels like leveling up. But there are some decisions that are needing to be made in regards to moving forward that I feel like you're struggling to look at or talk about. Putting the ways that you've put your emotions in the back burner, the ways that, like, this is it's fine, it's okay, and I'm like, and it's like, maybe you're not fine, maybe things aren't okay, maybe there's a need to talk about and look at your spending habits. I do feel like some of you, there could be something about like keeping things on the surface. You may be struggling with superficiality, or there may be someone that's really like materialistic, or you may be valuing really materialistic, or envying people for like what they have, envying people for money or possessions in some way, possibly experiencing jealousy of other people's prosperity is what this kind of looks like or feels like, and that may not resonate for everybody, but take it if it does, leave it if it doesn't. There's definitely a need to look at your investments. And I feel like also this is health. Some of you may not be feeling as stable or feeling as grounded, or you may not feel like as confident in your body in some way, or there may be changes in diet, in exercise. Some of you actually need to be careful so that you don't hurt yourself or strain yourself or go push yourself too far physically. But I do also feel like there's something about choosing independence. The Nine of Pentacles, she's very independent, autonomous, financially free. And in some ways, you're not seeing your ability, or you may not be investing in your business, especially if you're an entrepreneur or trying to start something. You may not be investing enough time or energy in your business for you to have the things that you may be coveting of others. And I'm sorry if that's harsh, but I'm saying it's like there is a need to, it's like you've got the idea, you've got the ball rolling. It's just like there may be a lack of effort or responsibility, or really mismanaging your time in some way. I need to, some of you also may be spending a lot of money on traveling. So that could be a thing. And maybe traveling with someone who's kind of cold, or traveling with some going against the grain in some way. There is a need to really take a look at your finances and taking a look at your spending habits and how you're like what is a priority to you, Leo. That's really what's coming through. Is like what's a priority. I want to check the time. When it comes to how you're spending your money, are you spending it on aesthetics or on clothes, and that could just be your thing, and that's okay, but like, are you spending it, like, are you using the things that you're buying? Are you spending money on traveling or going out on trips, on food, on stuff, when it could be going towards your business or advertising or expanding business in some way? But keep in mind, like I said, Saturn is retrograde, so there is going to be a slowdown of the flow. And I also feel like there's a slowdown of structure. So you guys are going to be having to impose your own structure, which may be a real big struggle for you. There also may be some kind of disconnection or upset or just tension between you and an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, especially someone with Taurus placements. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Maybe Taurus, Venus. There is a need to just take a look at what you're taking responsibility for. Accountability comes up, Leo. 3 of Pentacles. Wow, this is all about grounding. And it's just like, Three of Pentacles is upright though, because I feel like some of you may have needed to stumble financially and get humbled in some way so that you're able to really see what a sound foundation really looks like, feels like, how it initiates, how to start it, how to build it for yourself. I hope that you can see this. I do feel like there are making sure that, don't be afraid to talk. If you guys are considering therapy for anything, don't be afraid to consider therapy and to do that. But I also feel like make sure that you're not going to a plumber for your car troubles, that you're not, that you're asking qualified parties, the parties that you're asking advice from, that they're actually qualified to, give you advice. That could be a thing. There is a need to pay attention to who you're hanging out with. And I also feel like, Leo, throughout this entire season, throughout entirety of Gemini season, especially into Cancer season too, you are needing to get grounded. You are needing to allow yourself and find grounding practices and rituals and meditations. Hell, at this point, it's just get on YouTube and type in grounding meditation, whichever picture you like the best. Draw whichever one you're drawn to. It's just there is a need to get grounded. I need to get practical, to get studious, more methodical in what you're doing. There's a need to merge your passions with practicality. And it's just, some of you need a routine. Some of you need a stricter routine or a budget. There could just be very Knight of Wands kind of decisions being made, just in and out really fast. Maybe I don't want to call you a fuckboy, but it's just very that kind of mentality, that energy where it's just do, think later. And so that some of you may be, and Mercury is there to shake shit up and to really get you to see the errors in your decision making. And so that you can do better. And when you know better, we do better. So one final card, one final message for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's just, all of this is just you need to make sure that you stabilize yourself. Don't be depending on anybody else for stability. It's time for you to figure out how to really provide and sustain and maintain stability for yourself. And once you do that, I feel like a lot of you will get much more comfortable in your sexuality, much more comfortable in King of Swords. He wanted to come out earlier. King of Swords upright. There is someone, and the bottom of the deck is 8 of Pentacles reversed. I'm telling you, some of you guys, what's coming up hardcore is focus. What are you trying to build? What are you trying to establish? Are your actions backing up your goals, your dreams, what you're trying to do with your time? I do feel like some of you are struggling with someone in authority or struggling with an earth sign because you may be trying to build with someone else. There could be, the King of Swords is someone with, it feels like everyone involved has very masculine energy. And the King of Swords, it's like you may have been having a hard time building with this King of Pentacles, but things may be flowing way better with someone with heavy Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements. Or when someone is, oh wow, I just heard the dog howling next door. So it's just maybe someone's howling or too naggy or too routine or too heavy or too dark or too sad. That could be a thing. Or there's just obligation there, or like responsibility maybe there. And that's going to manifest for all of you differently, but it's just like whenever you take this time to realize like what you want your foundation to look like, you're able to really manifest it, and able to manifest it with someone with heavy air placements, or this is you leaning into a more like, this feels very balanced. Let's say there aren't two people for you to choose between or anything like that, or multiple people for you to choose between, or multiple jobs or anything, because this could be two jobs. This could be something like you guys have been at a company for a really long time, or been trying to launch a project for a really long time, and the money just hasn't been there, or it's comparable to what you have, or it hasn't like leveled out, or I mean it hasn't like it may have plateaued. Some of you, your physicality or your workouts are plateauing, and so there is a need for you to rebuild a new workout by way of like studying. And it's not even like workout, it could be like a business plan, a marketing plan. Some of you are, though this is like physicality though, I do feel like, but I do feel like some of you are trying to collaborate with, let's say, a person or a company that you've been with for a long time, and the money is consistent and the stability is there, but I do feel like something new arises, and we'll dive into this in the plunge on Patreon. But this Three of Pentacles, some new opportunity to collaborate or to build or to re-establish a foundation presents itself with like-minded people, and things become very clear of like who you should invest your time in, who you should build with. I feel like something just gets easier, or it's easier with something else or with someone else. There may be another company that or collaboration or project, but either way, there is a need for you to get really logical about who you collaborate with and who you spend time with. It's not just about like who's put in tenure or who you've got years or time with. And this definitely could be friends, stuff that's going on with friends. Because some of you have a decision, I feel like, that you've been putting off with this Two of Swords reverse as the first card. And there's a need to put your swords down, lay your defenses down, take the blindfold off, and really take a look at the emotions that you've put on the back burner and the ways that you aren't letting your intuition lead you. Because if you had listened to your intuition, and going forward, if you listen to your intuition, it will show you what to work on. And there's that Knight of Wands. It'll show you what to work on, and it'll help you to evade this really immature kind of back and forth, forgetful, just fly by the seat of your pants kind of energy. Because yeah, that's fun in your like teens, 20s, and 30s and shit, but like, is it though? I mean, you know, it comes to a point where it's just like, you've got to tap in and figure out what's sustainable for you. Let's get into it. Y'all always in some shit. You want the whole reading, you better go